return home to face the Celtics, trailing 3-0. Blake Griffin said the team has no more wiggle room.
It seems like this you have to put a full 48 together. It can't be 40, can't be 44. It has to be a full 48. And, I think our energy needs to be good tomorrow, Monday, and shoot around and transfer that into the game Monday night.
Early starts on the ice for the Islanders and Devils. They're both home at 1 o'clock after losing yesterday. Finally, MLS, the Red Bulls visit Orlando at 3:30 before NYCFC takes the pitch against Toronto at 5. Greg Caserta, 1010 Win Sports.
Wins News Time at 9:46. Two top Biden administration officials reportedly due in Ukraine today. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he'll be meeting in Kiev with Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. They would be the highest-ranking U.S. officials to visit since the start of the Russian invasion there. An influx of weapons from the U.S. and other nations has Zelensky sounding more confident than usual about his country's odds of defeating Russian forces.
We are fighting for life today, which means that we are fighting for independence, that we are fighting for our freedom. That's the fight, that's the freedom of Ukraine.
Zelensky heard through an interpreter in his latest address to his people. The White House, State Department, and Pentagon have all declined to comment on the Blinken-Austin trip. Now, while Ukrainian troops continue to battle Russian troops along a 300-mile-long battlefront to the east of that country, Russia has renewed its shelling of other Ukrainian cities.
Ukraine says Russian missile strikes on the southern port city of Odessa killed several people and injured others. To the northeast in Kharkiv, firefighters battled blazes in the aftermath of more Russian bombardments. Residents said they can't understand why civilians are being targeted in this war. And there will be no Orthodox Easter services at this northern Ukraine church. Russian invaders all but destroyed the house of worship, which survived World War II.
And correspondent Michael George with that report. Ukrainian officials say the shelling of Odessa left at least 8 civilians dead at a large housing complex. The victims included a 3-month-old infant, prompting President Zelensky to angrily denounce Russian leader Vladimir Putin for the violence. There are reportedly plans in the works to reopen what had been the city's only sober living facility for women before several controversies led to its shutdown in February. Amethyst House in Staten Island will relaunch under new leadership after whistleblowers made some disturbing allegations, including a cover-up of missing medication, plus questions about the death of a resident. The board of directors at its operator, Camelot of Staten Island, has resigned after electing replacements earlier this month. That's according to its CEO, who spoke to the Staten Island Advance. The plan is now to reopen Amethyst House as soon as possible once the facility is restaffed. Wins News Time 9:49. Traffic and AccuWeather next.
Northwell knows keeping your employees healthy is a big part of running a business. But the big price tag shouldn't be. That's one reason we created Northwell Direct, to deliver healthcare solutions to businesses. Our provider network offers your staff access to top doctors across every specialty, all while lowering costs. Raise your team's health and save up to 20% with Northwell Direct. Visit northwell.edu/network.
Yankees fans, did you know that you can have the Yankees official game day program delivered to your door? Subscribe to Yankees Magazine by calling 800-GO-YANKS or visiting yankees.com/publications and get 8 issues a year for just $34.99 plus shipping. The Yankees official 2022 yearbook and media guide are also available for purchase. Get your Yankees Magazine yearbook or media guide today. Call 800-GO-YANKS or log on to yankees.com/publications. During this unprecedented time of worldwide economic challenge, it's so important that you keep a close eye on your retirement and be ready to take the steps necessary to protect your money. Having a portion of your IRA or 401k backed by physical gold and silver offers Americans the diversification needed to hedge against economic volatility and potential turmoil. Savvy retirement savers are those with the foresight to safeguard with genuine stores of value, like physical gold and silver, which in the past have soared during periods of misery for the rest of the economy. Diversify your hard-earned savings today by calling Birch Gold Group and get your free information kit to teach you how precious metals can protect your family's financial future. Birch Gold is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has thousands of satisfied customers. Call them at 800-647-5525. That's 800-647-5525. 800-647-5525.
Don't miss the year's best block party. Enjoy food, games, and a special DJ appearance by Questlove at NYC's Flatiron Plaza May 28th. It kicks off Northwell Side by Side, a 2-day celebration of our nation's heroes. Visit sidebysidenyc.com.
Winds News Time 9:51, traffic and transit. Let's see how the roads are looking. Here's Jody Vale. And Donna, let's go to Queens and Brooklyn, LAE westbound. Pretty busy. Now we have a crash approaching Casino Boulevard to watch out for. That stall has that right lane blocked, Cross Island northbound before Bell Boulevard, but looks like it's being cleared out. And so are those delays heading to the Bronx Neck. Brooklyn Marathon delays and closures, well, lots of them. Let's see if we could get to a whole bunch here. BQE eastbound between Hamilton Avenue and Cadman Plaza, I should say, and westbound between Wythe Avenue, Kent Avenue, and Cadman Plaza. Then there's more closures on Eastern Parkway to watch out for. Brooklyn Bridge eastbound, BQE, and that is jammed from the Manhattan side. All traffic is forced to exit at Tillery Street. Prospect Expressway near Ocean Parkway, both ways closed between Church Avenue and Fort Hamilton Parkway. And Ocean Parkway, that's all closed too at the Belt to the Prospect. Southbound Ocean Parkway between Church Avenue and Kings Highway. And Flatbush Avenue, both ways between Grand Army Plaza and Nevin Street. Now, Mass Transit expect delays on those Brooklyn subways. More delays and detours for B8 buses today. Manhattan's got a closure, Battery Place eastbound between West Street and Greenwich Street. That's for the 9/11 Memorial 5K run and walk. On the island, a crash, Southern State westbound approaching the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway. Delays back to Bethpage Parkway. Jody Vale, next report at 10:01 on 1010 Winds.
For the past 50 years, Grow NYC has been at work in every borough, building community gardens, composting, and recycling, and providing New Yorkers with access to fresh, nutritious food. Go to Grow NYC today and join the pursuit of clean, green, healthy environment.
Well, maybe not a perfect spring day today, but at least no rain. Let's get the AccuWeather 4-day forecast now. Here's meteorologist Matt Benz.
Yeah, and we do have some sunshine out there for the moment. There are some clouds sneaking across North Jersey right now. That'll slide across the city here over the next hour or so, but temperatures climbing up to 60 degrees here in Midtown for this afternoon. Western suburbs getting into the mid-60s, but for the coastal areas, unfortunately, an east wind will pick up here for the rest of today. That'll keep temperatures mainly in the 50s. Tonight, patchy clouds, low of 48. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and remaining cool, high of 60 degrees. Tuesday, cloudy, a few showers around with a high of 64. And for Wednesday, breezy, bit cooler out there with some sunshine returning, high of 58. Currently, it's 56 degrees in Central Park. We have a relative humidity at 50%. Repeating, the current temperature is 56, going up to 60 this afternoon in Midtown. And meteorologist Matt Benz on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
Winds News Time 9:54. Barbie, Ken, and Skipper are about to get a new royal friend.
You'd think being queen for 70 years would be quite enough, but now Queen Elizabeth II has her own Barbie commemorating her 96th birthday and upcoming Platinum Jubilee. Mattel released the doll on the Queen's birthday on Thursday. It's dressed in ivory with a blue sash and a tiara modeled after the one the Queen wore on her wedding day. The Queen is marking her birthday privately in Eastern England, but the celebration of her historic 70 years of service will begin June 2nd when it's warmer outside.
And that story from correspondent Allison Keyes. Well, Twitter has had it with fake news about climate change. The social media platform is banning misleading ads that contradict scientific consensus, saying climate denialism shouldn't be monetized. They have not said if Twitter might ban or delete the accounts of users who post climate change misinformation. Climate deniers have been turning to ads on sites like Twitter and Facebook, which enable them to reach hundreds and thousands of people with false claims. Winds News Time 9:55. Bloomberg Money Watch next.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
Wins News Time 9:56. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins. Here's Steve Potisk.
It takes effect in just a few days, and ultimately it's likely to cost you more as Amazon adds a 5% fuel surcharge to many of its sellers.
There are people who sell products on Amazon. It is warehoused by Amazon, delivered by Amazon.
Bloomberg's Alex Webb.
Although they might be shouldering the initial cost, the expectation is that cost will inevitably get passed on to consumers.
Since many of these merchants operate on pretty tight margins, so if they hope to make a profit, the cost will necessarily have to be passed on. This as Amazon merchants were already dealing with cost-related fee hikes that took effect in January and averaged just over 5%. As for Amazon, it says it made big investments since the start of the pandemic to meet demand. Those include doubling capacity, adding 750,000 employees, and raising the average Amazon warehouse employee wage to $18 from $15. But sellers have complained to regulators that the company's power lets it dictate terms. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potisk for 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time 9:57. Our top stories next.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because SpringFest is happening now to help get you everything you need to celebrate the season. Come on into Lowe's and save on select appliances. Right now, you can get free basic install via rebate with purchase of select items $5.99 or more. We're celebrating spring with more fun and more savings. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Excludes Connecticut and Rhode Island. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details while supplies last.
Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it cash back match. Now to recap and say cash back one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
I live alone and rarely have visitors. So when I slipped and fell in the kitchen last month and couldn't get to a phone, I knew I was in trouble.
Help!
I could barely move.
Help!
I tried calling for help, but no one could hear me. As I lay there, I couldn't help but think of my kids and grandkids having to go on without me. I was terrified. It took 8 hours for my neighbor to find me. It could have been the end of me. That's when I knew I needed Life Alert. With just one press of this button, I'm connected to the Life Alert Center, where I can get the help I need, even when I cannot reach a phone. With Life Alert, I'm never alone.
Call 1-800-244-8805 for your free Life Alert brochure. That's 1-800-244-8805. Again, 1-800-244-8805. Call for your free Life Alert brochure at 1-800-244-8805 today.
WINS, WNEWHC3 New York.
An Odyssey station. Some sun right now. AccuWeather says we'll have a lot of clouds today as well. High 60 in the city, 50s in coastal areas, 65 in some of the suburbs to the west of the five boroughs. Tonight, partly patchy clouds, I should say, low 48. Cloudy and cold tomorrow, high of 60 again. Tuesday should warm up to about 64. But skies will be gray, a few showers as well. Breezy, a bit cooler on Wednesday, but sunshine returns. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Shimon Siegel is our service aide. Julie Vaughn, the writer. Beth Reardon at the editor's desk. I'm Donna Vaughn.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds, New York.
Good morning. 56 degrees at 10 o'clock. I'm Kathleen Marple-Kalb, and here's what's happening.
The Yankees won, the fans lost it. Nasty scene as fans throw trash and more at the Cleveland Guardians.
Love the intensity, but we can't be throwing stuff out on the field.
Manager Aaron Boone. The jab or the job? NYPD officers reportedly get final notices to get vaccinated or face firing. Senator Bernie Sanders joining AOC at a big union rally for Amazon workers on Staten Island today. 10 10 Wins Carol D'Oria has a preview. A loss in the political world. A longtime Republican senator has died. It's a sound every New Yorker knows, and now it's gone viral. We'll tell you what. Tough loss for the Nets. Yanks win, Mets lose, Rangers, Isles, and Devils all lose too. 10 10 Wins AccuWeather. Clouds and sun. 60 in the city, warmer to the west and cooler by the shore. Winds east at 10:01. Traffic and transit now. It's Jody Vale.
And Kathleen, let's go to Westchester to Connecticut. We're looking good. New England Thruway and the Hutch if you're doing some road tripping. If you're in the Bronx, road work is cleared, but there's still like a little residual delay on the Cross Bronx westbound between the Bronx River and the Sheridan, so watch out for that. Not a big delay. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. George Washington Bridge, there's a stall inbound. Right lane is blocked. Upper level, that's between Harlem River Drive and also Amsterdam Avenue, and it's pretty slow from the west side and the Henry Hudson. So give yourself a couple of extra minutes. Lincoln and Holland, we're looking okay. New Jersey, delays easing. Northbound Turnpike, interchange 14 from that earlier crash investigation and road work that followed. And on the island, we're seeing this crash is being cleared. Southern State westbound approaching the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway, but those delays are still back to the Bethpage Parkway. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones. Breaking traffic alerts when they happen. And Jody Vale on 10-10 Wins.
Talk about winning ugly. Yankees fans threw trash and more at Cleveland Guardians outfielders after their walk-off win yesterday. John Sterling's call.
Now somebody threw something on the field, and the Indians are all running out to right center, and the Yankees are too. I mean, that ruins what would be a great Yankee comeback.
Cleveland Guardians right fielder Oscar Mercado says the league needs to do something about these unruly fans.
Don't try to get people hurt. That's not how things work. And honestly, at the end of the day, we're human beings as well. So we're not going to sit there and I personally am not going to sit there and allow them to just throw stuff at me and take it like it's nothing. They need to be held accountable, and I think there should be rules set up for that.
And Yankees manager Aaron Boone says, just wrong.
We certainly don't want to put anyone in danger, so love the intensity, but